for that North Central Ainsworth match. I was really interested in hearing her thoughts after seeing North Central. My first look at the Knights here in this triangular. North Central matches 1 and 3. Burwell matches 1 and 2. West Holt matches 2 and 3. We'll be back with the first serve from Rock County High School on KBRB FM 106.3 and the web, kbrb.net after this.
Rural healthcare from Rural Roots. Better healthcare for your family from clinical, obstetrical, emergency room to home care. Greater Sand Hills Family Healthcare with convenient locations in Bassett, Stewart, and Atkinson.
Whether to or from the ball game, call time out at Scott's Place in Bassett for a tank of Conoco regular, super, or diesel fuel, bases, loaded pizza, deli sandwiches, your favorite pop or beer. Scott's Place Conoco at the junction of Highway 20 and 183 has videos, Nebraska Lottery, and Powerball, too.
Stretch your hay supply with Bradbox Grinding. Grinding hay is one of the most efficient ways to feed hay or other forages to livestock. Bradbox provides on-site forage and grain grinding service to those who wish to make the most efficient, economical use of their available feedstuffs. Call Bradbox today to schedule a time to stop and grind. For reliable, dependable hay grinding service, call on Bradbox Grinding of O'Neill. Phone 402-340-4038.
Fontanelle, your game changer in the field. From local proven product recommendations to in-season advice to harvest insights, solutions you need, relationships you trust. Call Terry Cachera, your local Fontanelle representative today, 402-992-8391.
Terps Automotive, located on Main Street in Bassett, is a proud Napa Auto Parts dealer. Your Napa Auto Parts store is where you get the good stuff for all your vehicles, from repairs to accessories. Terps Automotive in Bassett.
GNB's Market is your local affiliated food store in Bassett. They offer a complete line of grocery items, from fresh meats and produce to a great selection of canned and packaged foods. Make GNB's Market of Bassett your one-stop shop for all your grocery needs.
A profitable livestock operation depends on the health quality of your herd. Tippaha Vet Service, Dr. Angie Painter, Springview, specializes in reproduction ultrasound of cattle and horses. For health care of large and small animals, contact Dr. Angie Painter of Tippaha Vet Service, Springview, 402-497-3574.
For proven, dependable, efficient, and long-lasting diesel power units, visit with the friendly folks at Northern Plains Supply. They're your Isuzu dealer in this area. That's Northern Plains Supply of Bassett.
Rangeland Rehab is your first choice for exceptional care. Physical therapist Brian Doak is trained to evaluate and treat a wide range of conditions. Call Rangeland Rehab, Main Street, Ainsworth at 402-387-1600. Accepting most insurance carriers. Tradition runs deep at the 5th-generation Smith Angus Ranch. Kent and Cameron are dedicated to providing top-quality genetics to maximize their customers' profitability. Annual bull sale at the ranch south of Bassett, the 4th Friday of March. Check out their website at smithangus.com. Lewis Nursery of Springview offers north central Nebraska customers a wide variety of flowers and vegetables. Lewis Nursery, located along East Highway 183 in Springview. David appreciated your patronage this past season, and when it's time to plant your garden in the spring, remember Lewis Nursery of Springview.
Your Zematic by Lindsay dealer offers replacement parts for any brand of pivot, installation and training, superior service when you need it.
Your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer is Ainsworth Electric Motors, located just 1 mile east of Ainsworth on Highway 20. Call 387-1071.
And we're back here to Rock County High School, the part-time home of the North Central Knights. We'll be bringing in Connie Lentz as soon as we get a headset delivered, as that is the issue. So we were able to do some checking over the break there, and yes, it is a headset issue, so we'll get with Connie here shortly, but we are ready. Knights will go from left to right, as we call this one here at Rock County High School, from south to north, and the North Central will start with the serve, and it's Addie Anderson, the sophomore setter, with a jump serve, spinning to the right off the backboard, and pumped across and a free pass nicely by the Longhorns. Middle attack, Mackenzie Arnholt cuts one to the left. That's dug nicely by Jenna Schott. First swing for the Longhorns is a little palmed ball by Cora Gideon that falls into the back row between a couple of Knights, and so good play by Burwell. A fortunate break as the ball caught the raised basketball hoop over by the sideline. Shot it back into play instead of over to the out-of-bounds wall, and that kept the point alive for Burwell. There's a little shot into the middle by Buell. That's dug. Here's one more time. Cora Gideon, that time the fastball, dug nicely by Cosgrove. Buell again, one-handed bring up by the libero Katie Hughes, but it goes out of bounds, and there is a kill for Brooklyn Buell, and the Knights are on the board. Tied at 1 as Brielle Businger, the libero for the Knights in green, goes back to serve. She's wearing a face shield, is Brielle. That one eats up Cora Gideon out of system. Little pop shot across by Jenna Schott. Knights will go middle to the 6-footer. Jenna Halleck cuts one to the right. Dug nicely, though, by the Longhorns. Back set to Schott. Little roll shot across court. That one brought up by the Knights. Here in the middle again is Halleck. Rolls one into the middle. Dug by Hughes. Libero Ostrom goes to Gideon one more time. Brought up nicely by the Knights, but the swing from Cosgrove is into the net. So a nice rally there, and the point goes to the Longhorns. Burwell brings in the first substitution as Zakia Daw into the match. 5'7" senior will play the front row. Exiting is Caitlin Simpson, the freshman. Jump serve from Gideon. That eats up Allie Cosgrove and out of bounds. Good jump serve from Cora Gideon for the match's first ace. And it's a 3-1 start for the Burwell Longhorns. Gideon from the left side. This jump serve sails long. Service error by the Longhorns. And the Knights are within 1. This will put Brooklyn Buell to the service line. 5'7" and a junior for the North Central Knights. She had a pretty good match in that loss to Ainsworth. About a half a dozen kills or so. Plays it across to Hughes. Quick set in the middle. And that one sails long. No touch by Halleck on the swing by Shaylee Hunt, the 5'9" sophomore. That attack error will give the point to the Knights, and we're knotted at 3 here in set 1. We'll play the best 2 of 3 to 25 rally scoring in a triangular format. This time they push it out left, tight to the net. Daw just has to poke it across. A little joust controlled by the Knights. Here's a swing for Halleck down the middle and good. Jenna Halleck was able to high point that volleyball. She has her first kill. Led the Knights in blocks, it looked like, on Thursday. Had a good game at the net, but it was Allie Cosgrove leading the team in kills. She hasn't had much for swings yet, but just rotates into the front row. They go left side this time for Schott. Touched on the block and down past a diving Brielle Businger and Brooklyn Buell. Jenna Schott has her first kill, and we are knotted at 4. Good start for both teams to this opening set. Burwell 1-0, North Central 0-1. Hughes, the libero, serves to the middle and to her counterpart, Businger. Knights are out of system, and a free pass across to the Longhorns. Ostrom back sets one on a slide. Cross-court swing by Hunt. That one dug nicely by Anderson. Halleck cuts one to the left and is good. That's one, it's almost like a basketball dunk there for the 6-foot senior. She had the blocker in front of her and just kind of palmed it to the left and dunked the ball down. Give Halleck her second kill, and the Knights have the lead at 5-4. In for North Central is Jenna Rutar, 5'3" senior, to serve and play the back row. They back set one to Schott, cuts one into the middle, dug by Businger. Anderson pushes left, first swing for Cosgrove in the front row is partially blocked by Williams and saved, pushed over by the Longhorns. Knights get a swing for Halleck, off the block, dug by Gideon, tight to the net, and they're going to call Ostrom into the net trying to dig that ball out. It was a nice dig, but it took Ostrom into the net to try to get to it, and she touched the net. Net violation on the Longhorns. 6-4 now the Knights with the lead. Good serve by Rutar that catches the tape and falls on the Burwell side just inside the near sideline. And Rutar off the bench has an ace serve, and the Knights have jumped out to a 7-4 advantage here in set number 1. This serve from Rutar into the net, so the first service error for North Central. That will put Jenna Schott, 5'8" senior, to the service line for the purple-clad Longhorns. Knights in short sleeves, Longhorns in long sleeves. This serve across to Businger. Addie Anderson pushes it left, swing for Cosgrove, and it gets the block touch as the back judge calls the touch. Cosgrove gets the kill as it goes out of bounds. Touched at the net by the Longhorns. Cosgrove has her first kill. 4 clean kills already for the Knights. They've doubled up Burwell in that stat early on. And it's North Central with an 8-5 advantage. We'll get Connie's thoughts here soon. Maybe one of our first timeouts as service error from Jenna Halleck. Appreciate Code not leaving for Stewart yet. He'll be on FM 92 tonight with the Bronco football team getting their 6-man season off and running tonight. They'll take on a Sumner Eddyville Miller team that scored 80 points last week and lost in a game that I believe set the 6-man record, I heard him say, in scoring. This serve eats up the Knights, and it's a free pass across to the Longhorns. Can they do something with it? Ostrom sets it up in the middle. Good swing by Williams, but a nicer dig by Businger. The setter dump will go for Addie Anderson. Getting underneath it was Natalie Williams, a freshman, but nobody could get to second contact. So Anderson, with the center dump, has her first kill, and the Knights with a 9-6 lead. North Central's had errors on their last two serves. See if Cosgrove can get one in with the Knights at an early lead. And we're going to get a quick timeout from Coach Alexander as she wants to talk it over with the Longhorns. We'll take a break here on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard. Set number 1, best 2 of 3. North Central leads 9-6 over Burwell.
When you have construction needs of any type, contact Dave Knetzl of Town and Country Construction in Bassett. Hard work, honesty, and integrity are all trademarks of Town and Country Construction of Bassett. Proud supporter of the North Central Knights.
SB Auto Center in Springview handles all automotive repairs from minor to major. Does tire repair, has an on-location tire truck and 24-hour wrecker service. Does custom exhaust pipe bending, makes hydraulic and AC hoses. That's Hesby Auto Center, a block west and a half south of the flashing light in Springview.
Well, North Central back with the serve as Burwell has taken its first time out of this opening set. 9-6 North Central. Cosgrove to send it across. She sets up on the right side, runs under a jump serve. It's a good one, and it's down while off the Burwell timeout. An ace serve by Allie Cosgrove, and a beauty fell right between Cora Gideon and the libero Katie Hughes. That was a bullet off the right arm of Allie Cosgrove. 10-6 North Central. This one a little bit more spin, and it's brought up by Gideon. Back row attack for Hughes. That one played by Businger. They'll push it in the middle. Tip try by Arnholt. That's Doug. Back row attack for the Longhorns again. Businger is there. Here's a left side swing for Buell off the block and down. Brooklyn Buell with the kill. Boy, Addie Anderson's been impressive spreading the ball around to the middle and the outside thus far, as Buell got that kill through the block and down. Williams got a piece of it, the 5'10 senior. Redirected off her arm and down to the floor. Here's Gideon back to the front row. Tip try. Buell is there. They go to the middle to Arnhold, and her swing is into the net. Attack error by the Knights. Point Longhorns. That ends a little flurry by North Central. It's 11-7 Knights. And Shaylee Hunt, the 5'9 sophomore, returns to the front. With the serve, clipping the tape, and down for an ace from Nakia Williams. Fortunate there. That ball caught a lot of tape, just killed it, and it flopped over to the North Central side and down. Ace serve for Williams. Burwell back within 3. This jump serve, another short one, played over on an overpass. They go back to the Knights, and they'll just have to try to get a free pass across, and miscommunication as Rutar late tries to take the third bump, and it goes into the net. And so it'll be a point for Burwell, and the Longhorns have rattled off 3 straight to get back to 2 at 11-9. Another good jump serve from Williams. This one played nicely by Rutar. Swing for Buell into the middle. That one dug by the freshman Williams. Left side Gideon deep. That one dug by Businger. In the middle, here's Arnholt. That one long, no touch at the net. And now it might be North Central that's going to burn the timeout as the Longhorns are on a 4-point run. Well, the Knights scored 2 in a row off that Burwell timeout at 9-6 to get to 11-6, but 4 straight rattled off by Nakia Williams and the Longhorns, and we've got a 1-point first set. We'll take a quick break on KBRB and be back with more high school volleyball after these messages.
From concept to completion, Hallett Construction, Scott Hallett, specializes in steel buildings, custom-built homes, additions, kitchens and bathrooms, drywall, window replacement, siding, and more. When it's time for improvements, call on Hallett Construction of Springview.
For independent grain marketing, contact Pride Grain, located on Highway 20 between Long Pine and Bassett. Pride Grain has a variety of marketing tools available to meet your individual marketing plan. Contact Pride Grain, a supporter of local athletics.
Well, we're back here to Rock County High School, the part-time home of the North Central Knights. Burwell 1-0, North Central 0-1, second match for both these teams. They'll get 2 in today. The serve across to Rutar, quick in the middle for Arnholt. That one blocked back, but they'll say no, it was into the net instead of the blocker's arms. And so 4 contacts called. And off the North Central timeout, point to the Longhorns. They've scored 5 straight, and we're tied at 11. This serve into the net to end the run for Nakia Williams. Second service error on the Longhorns. Williams exits as Hughes returns. Rutar out for North Central as Cambry Smith back in. And we've been through one rotation, and it will be Addie Anderson back to serve. That's who started at the service line for the Knights. Another good jump serve. Good dig by Hughes. It goes over the net. Knights will control. Tipped over by Smith. That one played by Gideon. And a free pass over to the Knights. Anderson, 3 to choose from, goes middle to Arnholt, sets it over the double block. The Longhorns are there, but it'll be just a free pass across. Can't do anything with it. Anderson center dump try. Gideon caught it that time. They go right back to Gideon. And a great angle taken. One-handed bring up by the Knights. They get it over, and then a lift called on the third contact. Boy, that was a great court vision play by Cora Gideon to go cross court into the short corner and get that kill. Knights, good reaction from Smith to keep it up in the air, but then a lift called on third contact. We're tied at 12. Jump serve sends Businger scrambling after it. Bump set. Here's a swing from Buell. Little off speed. Diving play by Hughes to keep it alive. Shot down the middle and good. Jenna Schott with a good shot as she knocks that one into the middle of the donut, as Connie would say if I gave her a headset that worked. And it is 13-12. The Longhorns have regained the lead after trailing by as many as 5. Ostrom, the Burwell setter at the service line. Both setters start in that service position for their respective teams. Here's a right side swing for Smith. That one sails for Cambry. No touch, out of bounds on the attack error, and the Longhorns all of a sudden have rattled off 8 of the last 9 points to take a 14-12 advantage. Ostrom runs under another jump serve, floats it in the middle, played by Cosgrove. Middle attack. Here, just into the match is McKenna Witzke. That one dug by Hughes. Gideon off the block, dug by Cosgrove, but then it falls between two Knights as Anderson couldn't get to it. The newly entered McKenna Witzke and Brooklyn Buell fell right between them as Anderson needed help. 15-12, Longhorns by 3. Jump serve in the middle, played perfectly by Businger. Bump set by Anderson. Here's Witzke, cuts one, down. One-handed try by Katie Hughes, but McKenna Witzke in the middle. 5'7" junior picks up her first kill. That ends a Burwell run. It is 15-13, Longhorns by 2 as libero Brielle Businger heads to the service line. Knights down 2. They led 11-6. Businger, flat-footed serve played by Gideon. They go into the middle. This one blocked back by Buell, and then a great setter dump by Ostrom. Knights were scrambling after that block. Ostrom noticed it and just sent the little setter dump on second contact right into an open spot. Knights couldn't recover. That's the first kill for Ostrom. 5th kill for the Longhorns. North Central has 7, but it's Burwell by 3. Jump serve for Gideon. Drives back Cosgrove, and the Knights will just send a free pass across. Good serve from Gideon. Ostrom jump set in the middle. The cut shot from the middle, dug by Cosgrove. Here is Halleck with a big wind-up and off a one-handed attempt again from Hughes. Jenna Halleck with kill number 3. When they get her the ball and she can high point it from the middle, she has had success here in this opening set. 16-14, Knights trail by 2. Buell serve into the short front court. That one played. They back set it down the line and out of bounds. No touch. It'll be an attack error for the Longhorns. That off the arm of Shaylee Hunt. And the Knights are back within 1. 16-15 on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard. Middle stages of set number 1. Our first match of 3 in this triangular. This one played across in system. Left side shot with a big wind-up. Good dig by Buell. Left side, here's Cosgrove backing up. Dug by Hughes. Ostrom chases it down. Shot with a roll shot. Goes off the arm of Anderson. Played by Buell. And a free pass across the Longhorns. Good rally here at 16-15. Push it out left for shot again. Touched on the block. Dug by Buell. Bump set Anderson. Sends it in the middle. Halleck dumps it down. Jenna Halleck on a great set. Bump set running toward it was Anderson. Was able to bump set it to Halleck in the middle, who puts it away. And we are tied at 16. Ostrom this time goes left side to Schott, cuts it down the line this time, and a nice angle taken by Jenna Schott. She has her 3rd kill, and it is Burwell back on top, 17-16. Longhorns by a point. We got everything going wrong this second volleyball match of the season. The sign's falling down, headset's not working. 17-16 Longhorns. Another one from shot is good off the arms of Businger and into the stands. Jenna Schott leads the Longhorns with 4 kills here in the first set, and it's 18-16. Burwell, thank you, Mr. Gucci, is a headset delivery via KBRB car. And there's an ace serve for Burwell to make it a 3-point lead for the Longhorns. Again, trailed 11-6, and a timeout, the second and final, will be taken by Coach Kara Sybrandt. We'll take a break. When we come back, hope to have Connie Lentz in just a moment.
Take control of tax season with the trusted local professionals at Best Books and More in Springview. Personal, business, and agricultural services available, and much more. Call the local experts at Best Books and More at 402-497-2724 in Springview.
West Plains Bank of Ainsworth and Springview values each customer. They strive to offer you the financial products and services to help you accomplish your life's goals. West Plains Bank, Ainsworth and Springview, member FDIC.
Meals come together with ease and freshness when you shop at Homeland Grocery in Springview. Save money on low prices every day on lean cuts of meat, the freshest produce, plus select quality dairy, canned and boxed goods for your family at your locally owned Homeland Grocery in Springview. Proud to support the North Central Knights.
Off the North Central timeout, it's 19-16, and we welcome in Connie Lentz. Hey there.
Hey, this is an exciting game.
Yeah, more exciting now that you've got a headset, I bet. Serve across. Knights will get a swing from Halleck. Double block. Blocks it back. Knights cover. Swing from Cosgrove off the block and saved by the Longhorns. Swing for shot again. Businger with the dig off the rafters. Anderson gets to it. Set deep by Cosgrove. Might have been out of bounds. Hughes plays it. Shot again into the net. Knights get a critical point off that timeout. 19-17. Well, quickly, Connie, what have you seen so far here in the first set that you like for both teams?
Well, one is I'm impressed with both setters. Ostrom and Anderson are doing a great job of distributing the ball to their hitters.
Serve across by Rutar. Left side swing off the block and down for Nakia Williams. Williams gets her first kill, the 5'10 senior, and Burwell the first to 20. It is 20-17 Longhorns here in the first set. It's been competitive between the Knights and the Longhorns as Schott heads to the service line, leads Burwell with 4 kills here in the first set. Anderson goes middle to Halleck one more time. That blocked back. No, they're going to say 4 contacts. It's always tough, Connie, that bang-bang. Does it catch the tape or does it catch arms? And the official right on top of that one. 4 contacts against the Knights on a hitting error, and the Longhorns are 4 away from the opening set. This one eats up Libero. The Knights push it across on a free pass. On the slide, the swing is long for Nakia Williams. No touch at the net, so the Knights get a big point there to stay within range at 21-18. Halleck to the service line as Businger will go out for 1 rotation. Back in comes freshman Natalie Williams for the Longhorns, replacing Jenna Schott. Halleck runs under a jump serve, sends it down the line. Gideon is there, sends Ostrom scrambling, bump set, and a little just pop shot across, kind of a roll shot, but a tough angle, and it just clears the net and finds a home. That was kind of a tough line taken by Nakia Williams, but she made it work out.
It was definitely sharp angle. It went about the 2-foot line, clear to the left front side of North Central's court.
The serve played across to Buell. Anderson pushes left for Cosgrove. Big swing through the double block and down for Allie. That's her second kill. Knights get the point, but trail by 3, 22-19. Can they get a run from Allie Cosgrove at the service line? She does have 1 ace in this first set. Runs under a jump serve, sends it down the line. Nice play by Gideon. Misses the rafters. Gideon sets it over into that short corner again. And then she takes a swing on an overpass. Now a joust, and Ostrom and Gideon run into each other. That was a good play by the Knights as Gideon sent it across on first contact, and Buell was there to bring it up, and then Gideon and Ostrom ran into each other. Critical point there for North Central, but the serve from Cosgrove into the net, and that's a big point for the Longhorns. Gives them that breathing room back, 23-20, and they are 2 away from set number 1. Knights led at 11-6. Burwell's rallied. This serve across to Businger. Anderson bump set. Here's Buell. Touched on the block and brought up and over the net by the Longhorns out of the back row. Good play. Now it's back to Burwell. They go with that short little spot. Again, they have noticed something, and this time it's Shaylee Hunt from the middle, just cuts it to the right with just a little set over, and she finds an open hole, and it's set point for the Longhorns at 24-20. Good jump serve. Joust at the net. Anderson with a great back set. Just a tip over the net and down behind her head. She saves set point number 1. Second kill for Anderson. And she'll run to the service line to try to serve out these next 3 set points for the Longhorns. 24-21, Burwell jump serve for Anderson. Gideon plays it perfectly. Ostrom goes left side to swing, blocked back. Hunt on the swing. They dump it over and 2 and down. Good play from Ostrom. Just saw a little opening in the middle. She gets her second kill, and Burwell takes set number 1, 25-21 on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard. We'll come back here from Connie Lentz after these messages on KBRB.
Your irrigation system needs are met locally by Perfect Valley Irrigation of Bassett. Perfect Valley is your Valley Center Pivot dealer. They don't just sell you a Valley system. They give you the service you have come to expect from Perfect Valley Bassett.
Circle B Livestock of Bassett offers a complete line of livestock needs, from feed to pharmaceuticals to livestock handling equipment. Make one stop for all your farm and ranch needs. Stop at Circle B Livestock. They are the livestock producer's friend in Bassett. Doing what's right yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Investing in our local communities is not a one-and-done project. At VJW, LLC, and Sandhills Elite Genetics, they take their responsibility to produce safe food seriously, doing their best for people, pigs, and producers.
Well, Connie, the first half statistics very similar for these two teams. Longhorns win 25-21. Both teams with 11 kills, both teams with 2 ace serves. So the difference, just a couple more hitting errors for North Central in that first set.
And 3 serving errors.
3 serving errors to just 2 for the Longhorns.
Yeah,
yep.
and so, when you only lose by 4 points, every point, every play is critical in volleyball. Both outstanding setters for North Central. I had Addie Anderson for 10 assists, and then the libero, Businger, with 1 off of that great pass to Addie for the kill right there. And then for Burwell, you can just tell that Ostrom, a senior setter, so experienced, along with her 2 dumps. It's kind of like the setters are trying to match each other, and who's going to get the most dumps tonight. But she had 2, and she also had 10 assists. So both teams have very good liberos. Both teams have excellent setters. So it's a close match.
Yeah, it really was. Knights had a little momentum at 11-6. A well-timed timeout from Coach Morgan Alexander, and Knights got a point off the timeout. I believe 2 points at 9-6. Got 2 straight, but then Burwell answered with a little run that forced a North Central timeout. And the Longhorns then were just able to get about a 3 or 4 point lead in the latter stages of that set and make it stand up. So again, a pretty good front row play for both teams. 11 kills and 25 points for the Longhorns, 11 kills and 21 points for the Knights. High school volleyball, that's pretty efficient at this level. So, and both teams running that 5-1, Connie, and you can see why with the skill of both Ostrom and Addie Anderson. Boy, Anderson taking over the full-time setter duties this year for the Knights. My first look at her, wow, is she getting everywhere. And not only just traditional sets, but the bump sets, the little setter dumps behind her head. She's kind of showcasing everything.
That's right. For a sophomore, she got a lot of experience last year as a freshman, but she's, both setters, Ostrom and Anderson, they're very athletic. And as a setter who has to run all over in a 5-1, you need a good athlete to be that setter.
Well, it will be Burwell to serve again with kind of COVID protocols carrying into this season. The teams do not switch ends of the floor. So Burwell stays going right to left, north to south, as we call it. Good jump serve from Ostrom, played nicely by Cosgrove. First swing for Cambridge Smith, dug up into the rafters by Hughes. Good job by Burwell to keep it alive, and the swing from Gideon is dug by Buell. Arnholt sets it into the middle, and we've got a net violation that is called against Burwell. I believe they signaled it on Shaylee Hunt, and the Knights on the net violation get the point. But boy, nice dig from Hughes there on the swing by Smith.
And Hughes is not very big, so she took a shot.
Ostrom, good back set to Gideon, touched on the block, saved by Smith. Anderson bump sets it out to Buell, left side swing, off the block, dug by Hughes, Put back by Halleck, covered by Gideon. Ostrom sets it deep, makes Anderson play it. Smith goes to Halleck in the middle. Big high set for the 6-foot senior. The swing, though, dug by Hughes. Back set to shot. Cuts one to the left. That one dug by Smith. Halleck sets it cross court. That one brought up by Caitlin Simpson. Left side swing for Gideon. Cross court and wide. No touch. Good rally. Point to the Knights. 2-0 North Central in the early stages of set number 2. Burwell takes the first, 25-21. Over on FM 92, KBRB.net tonight, it's six-man football. Stewart season debut. They'll take on Sumner Eddyville Miller. Cody Gucci and Steve Camp will have the call from Stewart Park. Swing for the Knights from Buell is brought up nicely again by Hughes. Little roll shot by Shot is dug by Businger. Halleck in the middle. Hughes again off the rafter and over the net. So that will be a point North Central, as when it hits the rafter and goes over the net, it's considered out of bounds. But boy, Hughes is everywhere, Connie.
She is, and, she's just a sophomore, but she's quick back there.
Businger's serve played by Gideon. Ostrom setter dump try. This time Buell is there for it. Halleck with a little flat-footed shot down into the corner and in. Found a little hole that Burwell vacated. Great placement by Jenna Halleck as she picks up the 5th kill of the night for her. And it's a 4-0 start here in the second for North Central. And a quick timeout taken again by the Longhorns. They had to burn one early in set 1, burn it even earlier here in set number 2 as the Knights have jumped out to a 4-0 lead. We'll take a break on KBRB and be back in just a moment with more high school volleyball, our first of 3 in this triangular.
Get the line you've always dreamed of with K-Line. Daniel and Matt will make sure your line gets exactly the treatments it needs, exactly when it needs them, all season long. Having a beautiful lawn is easy and affordable with K-Line of Bassett, 402-684-3557.
Do you know who the biggest North Central Knights fans are? Well, it's the gals at the Springview Herald, that's who. Subscribe today for one low cost and catch up on all things North Central Knights, plus so much more. The Springview Herald, proud supporter of the North Central Knights.
The Whistle Stop offers floral arrangements and gift items for any occasion. Fresh flowers and silk, plants, bouquets, sprays, and arrangements. Let the Whistle Stop in Bassett make it a memorable occasion with one of their unique creations.
Well, Connie, just what you'd like to see as a coach. Your team loses the first set, jump out early to an early lead in the second.
Yeah, get some momentum and keep it rolling.
Served by Businger. Here's a little poke shot by Shot, dug by Anderson. And we've got a double contact. Anderson had to make the dig, and Smith tried to set it up in the middle for Halleck. Gets called with the double contact. First point for the Longhorns comes off the timeout, and that puts Cora Gideon to the service line. Gideon with one ace, runs under a jump serve, sends it to Businger. Into the middle, here's Halleck. Rifles one, just long, not touched by the block, hitting air, and put 2 quick ones for Burwell. Connie, notice the libero Brielle Businger really plays that ball up as opposed to the traditional passing.
Yeah, she has strong hands, so she can take an overhead pass and get it to the setter quicker.
And as I say that, she has a little traditional pass. Here's a right side swing off the block and down for Cambry Smith. Good back set by Addie Anderson. They had a blocker there, but Smith tooled it off the left arm of Shot and to the floor. First kill for Cambry, and that stops a little 2-point run for Burwell. 5-2 North Central in the second. Burwell took the first, 25-21. Short serve played by the Longhorns. Shot with the little roll shot, dug by Buell. Left side, here's Cosgrove. Winds up, touched on the block and down in front of Hughes, who got an arm underneath it again, but couldn't get it up in the air. That's the 3rd kill for Allie Cosgrove. Looked like she had a really nice match, Connie, last week against Ainsworth, looking at the stats.
Yes, she did.
Buell with the serve, played by Hughes. They just have to set it across. Nice job keeping the Longhorns out of system. Middle, here's Halleck. Blocked back. Covered, though, by Brooklyn Buell. Back row attack by Businger. Dug by Gideon in the middle. Williams cuts it to her right. That one played by Buell again. And there's a swing for the Knights setter, Addie Anderson, that sails long. Good rally there. Boy, Burwell, I think North Central doing a better job covering those little short cross-court shots here in the second, Connie.
Yeah, that's something that you have to read early. When you see that set, it gives you time to get there.
Hughes sends it across to Businger. Swing by Halleck, dug by Hughes. And the set to no one in particular is going to lead to 4 contacts. Boy, a little miscommunication there. Ostrom set it in the middle, and there wasn't anybody really there to take it. They tried at the last minute to get underneath and get it over, but it doesn't. It's a 4 contact call. 7-3 Knights. A little mistake there for the Longhorns. Rutar with a nice serve. Clips the net and down in between Cora Gideon and Zakia Daw. There's an ace serve for Jenna Rutar, her second off the bench.
Well, Burwell is basically two-person serve receive.
This one into the net for Rutar. That's the 4th service error for the Knights in the match. It is 8-4 North Central here in the second. Burwell took the first, 25-21. The serve for shot down the line, played by Businger. Anderson pushes left for Cosgrove, touched on the block, dug by Hughes. Out of system, and Hughes will have to send a free pass over on 3rd contact. Anderson pushes left to Cosgrove again, cuts it cross court and long. No touch. Attack error by the Knights. 8-5. Burwell with the point.
Yeah, I believe Cosgrove was one of our performers of the game last week against the Ainsworth Bulldogs.
Shot into the middle, played nicely by Businger. Anderson bump sets to Cosgrove, touched on the block, shot is there. Ostrom scrambles to her left, into the middle for Zakia Daw, and she puts it down between a couple of diving Knights, Buell and Businger in the back row. And Burwell, after starting off in a 4-0 hole, back within 2 at 8-6. Shot to the service line again. Sends it into the middle to Brielle. Anderson's quick for Halleck in the middle. Dug by shot after it was touched on the block. Flat-footed swing for the Longhorns. Businger is there. Anderson, setter dump try. Hughes caught it. Ostrom goes on the slide through the block and down for Nakia Williams. Well, the timing on the slide there, Connie, was good between setter and hitter. And that'll force a timeout from Coach Kara Sybrand and the Knights as the North Central lead has been trimmed to 1. Been good volleyball here between the Knights and the Longhorns. North Central with an 8-7 lead, down a set. Set number 2. We'll be back with more in just a moment on KBRB.
Jim Arnhold of Arnhold Insurance Agency in Bassett can provide you with health, life, and cancer insurance, Medicare supplement, nursing home, and disability coverage, business and estate planning. Give Jim a call at Arnhold Insurance in Bassett, 402-684-2901.
Buying or selling livestock is made much easier when you buy and sell with Bassett Livestock Auction. Remember, sale day is each Wednesday. So make plans to attend or call to consign your livestock. Bassett Livestock Auction. Bassett.
Greg Kinsey, Connie Lentz on AM 14, FM 106.3, KBRB.net. High school volleyball triangular from Rock County High School. Second set here of match number 1. Serve played across to Brielle Businger. Cosgrove into the middle. Touched on the block again. Burwell controls. This one dug on the great play by Businger on the swing from Williams and set over to the Longhorns. Ostrom calls out the offense on the slide into the middle. Dug again by Brielle on the swing from Williams. 2 Knights taking a shot at it. Halleck and Cosgrove. This one poked back across to North Central. Cosgrove, and it's on to the net for hits. And that goes against Allie Cosgrove. The block was there, but the ball touches the net and comes back to the North Central side. Tied at 8. Burwell a nice rally here after trailing by 4 early. They trailed by 5 in the first set, came back to win. Good job by Buell at the last minute, letting that one go long on the swing by shot. Third service error by Burwell. North Central reclaims a 9-8 advantage. Arnholt to the front row as Businger out for 1 rotation. Halleck to serve. Jump serve from Jenna into the middle. Eats up Hughes. Out of system. They'll get it across on a nice play by shot. Anderson goes in the middle for Arnholt. Cuts that one down into the corner and good. Mackenzie Arnholt just back in. Gets her first kill. Knights have 7 players with at least 1 kill in this match. 10-8 North Central. Halleck runs under another jump serve. Sends it deep middle to Hughes. Bump set by Ostrom. Back row attack. Gideon blocked back by Arnholt. Burwell controls and a little tip over and down for Zakia Daw on second contact. Burwell with 6 players with at least a kill. Fun match, Connie, back and forth.
It is really good defense by both teams. They are digging balls and keeping it off the floor.
Yeah, the 2 liberos have played well. Left side swing. Here's Cosgrove again. Touched on the block. Burwell getting a lot of hands on the swings from Cosgrove. Big swing from Gideon, but an even better dig from Businger perfectly. Roll shot from Cosgrove, dug by Hughes. This time it's Williams backing up and sends it long. Nakia backing up on that one from the middle. The attack error. Boy, what a dig by Businger there on the big swing from Gideon.
You know, and that's frustrating as a hitter. You've just hit your best shot, and they popped it up.
Good serve from Cosgrove. Joust. Ostrom pokes it over in two. Knights have it. Buell has it blocked back. Knights can't keep it up. Good block there, and it was the setter, Kiera Ostrom, who gets the ace block. And it's an 11-10 North Central lead. That, I think, Connie, is the first ace block I have of the match for either team.
Yes,
both
the
teams
setter gets it.
Yeah, both teams have touched it a lot on the block. This time Arnholt looking the other way as the serve hits the tape and falls right behind her. That serve from Nakia Williams, her second ace with an assist from the tape. This serve, again, a short one. This one played by Businger. They set it to Arnholt in the middle, and she gets one down. Mackenzie Arnholt from the middle, 2 kills here in the second set. North Central reclaims the lead. 12-11 as Smith back into the front row. Out goes Rutar from the back row. 12-11 North Central, and we've been through one rotation as Addie Anderson, the ninth setter, back to serve. Runs under a jump serve and sends it into the net. That is 5 service errors for North Central, just 3 for the Longhorns. And you mentioned in a close match, every one of those vitally important. Give the easy side out when you don't get that serve across the net as Ostrom will try to counter. Her serve eats up Cosgrove. Knights will just have to push it across deep to Hughes. Ostrom pushes left, Gideon with the swing, blocked back by Arnholt. Burwell covers, back set to shot. That one touched on the block, diving play made by Businger. Set over in 2 by Arnholt. Hughes has to bump it as Ostrom played first contact. Roll shot dug by Cosgrove. Middle for Arnholt, blocked back, dug by Smith, and then a lift call on North Central. Good rally again, and a lift call called on the Knights as they tried to keep it off the floor. Longhorns on top, 13-12, I believe their first lead of this second set. Trailed 4-0 early. Serve catches a tape, Businger runs underneath it. Push it left, here's Buell, blocked back and down. This time it's Jenna shot. 2 ace blocks for Burwell County. They've been touching a lot of balls, but then now they've got 2 to go back and hit the night floor.
Yeah, they just really have lined up on the North Central hitter.
Into the middle, Businger plays it. Anderson with a bump set. Here's Buell, pops it over the block. Dug by the Longhorns. Ostrom pushes left for Gideon. Swing blocked back by Smith and Arnholt. Covered by the Longhorns. Right side shot with the tip. Off the block and out of bounds. Buell and Arnholt were over there for the double block on shot, but she wisely just poked it into the arm of Buell. It went back to the Burwell side, but out of bounds, so Schott gets her 5th kill.
Yeah, that's what we call tooling the block. Just wipe it off out of bounds.
And an ace serve for the Longhorns. It's off Allie Cosgrove and out of bounds as Ostrom picks up the ace. Well, there you have a case where the North Central setter serves it into the net. The Burwell setter has run off a nice stretch of points here. This one played by Businger. Back set it for Smith. Blocked back and down. Jenna Schott was there.
Well, the fastest way to score points is serve and block.
And
that's what Burwell is doing right now.
Leads to the second and final timeout of the set for Kara Sybrandt. She takes it with the Longhorns up 17-12 and on a nice run here behind the serving of Kiera Ostrom. And a good block put up by the Longhorns on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard. Burwell up a set, leads by 5, mid-stages of set 2.
The Ainsworth Feed Mill is proud to buy corn from local farmers because the best corn in the nation makes the best picks in the nation. And when money stays local, it multiplies time and time again. GJW and the Ainsworth Feed Mill, putting our local area first and feeding the world.
Three River Telecommunications strives to better serve their customers of North Central Nebraska with the latest telecommunications technologies, local and long distance, DSL, and digital HD TV. Three River Telco Lynch, Three River Communications, and Three River Digital Ainsworth.
Big thanks to Three River, bringing you the broadcast on KBRB and all of our North Central sportscasters. We'll hear from the West Holt sportscasters coming up in match number 2 as they'll be on the floor to take on the Longhorns. Serve across after the night timeout played by Businger. They punch one over from Arnholt. That one is dug. Shot with a roll shot. Businger is there. Bump set by Anderson. Buell pokes it over the double block. Ostrom plays first contacts. Used with the bump set. Pushed over by Gideon. Smith was there. Now Arnholt with the swing. Off the arm of Caitlin Simpson and down. Mackenzie Arnholt has all 3 of her kills here in set number 2. She exits as Businger to the service line. Halleck into the front row. 17-13. Longhorns lead by 4 here in the second. Up a set, 25-21. And this is a good play by Ostrom to dig that ball out of the net and avoid the service ace. Push back over to Burwell. Swing from Gideon flat-footed, dug by Anderson. Smith plays it to Halleck in the middle. That one dug by Simpson up into the rafters, and it falls down between Hughes and Ostrom. Hughes went diving after the dig. Simpson played it way up into the rafters. That will go as a kill for Brooklyn Buell. And the Knights trail by 3, 17-14 with libero Brielle Businger to serve. Sends one over into the middle to Gideon. Ostrom pushes left, and she'll get called for double contact. That pass was a little tight to the net, and Ostrom tried to kind of push it backwards to hit her a little more room, and she gets called for double contact. Knights have cut that deficit down to 2. Another good serve from Businger, played by Gideon. Ostrom pushes left to shot. Touched on the block, dug by Cosgrove. Bump set Anderson, left side for Buell. Pokes it over the block, shot is there. Ostrom into the middle, and there's that tight little push to the right. Again, this time it's Shaylee Hunt, but they have exploited that little spot in the left front defense for North Central. How many kills is that, Connie? It's got to be 6 or 7 on that same little play.
Yeah, it's just right in that left front, about 2 foot off the net.
Anderson in the middle for Halleck with a big swing, cuts it left and down. Well, when Jenna Halleck can high point the volleyball, she's tough to stop. The 6-foot senior has her 6th kill. Knights trail by 2, 18-16 down the stretch. Here in the second, they're down a set. Buell with the short serve, played by Daw. Back set it in the middle. That one from Hunt, dug by Buell. Here's Halleck again, tips it away from the double block, dug by Ostrom. Left side, Daw with the swing. Block back, covered by Halleck. Anderson goes left for Cosgrove. Touched on the block. Good dig by Hughes. Setter dump try is good for Ostrom. Just another, disguised it so well. And Ostrom has her 3rd kill from that setter position. Big point on a long rally. 19-16 Longhorns as Hughes, the libero, to serve. Sends it over to her counterpart, Businger in green. Swing from Cosgrove, blocked, but Cosgrove there to cover it. Set deep by Smith, and just pushed over by Burwell. Knights, right side, Smith over the double block. Dug by Hughes. Free pass across to the Knights. That's long. Nakia Williams with an error on the free pass. Businger wisely let it go. She was getting ready to play it above her head and just pulled the arms away. 19-17, Knights get the point on the error. Good rallies here in this second set. Smith pushes Hughes deep. Ostrom scrambling after it. Daw gets the roll shot. Businger right there. Anderson goes middle to Halleck. Cuts it down the left side. This time wide for Jenna. And Burwell reaches 20. That's a big point there, Connie, to make it, instead of a 1-point game, a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Halleck she was on her way down when she hit that, so the ball continued in an angle out of bounds.
Shot with the serve, brought up by Businger. Halleck with the roll shot, that dug by Gideon. Ostrom sets it on the backside for Nakia Williams, and that one is down. Good back set from Ostrom. Williams with her 4th kill, and it's a 4-point Longhorn lead as they're 4 away from the match and a 2-0 start to the season. Shot serve, powered into the middle, brought up by Buell. Swing for Halleck, off speed. Gideon is there. Left side, here's Daw, into the middle, dug by Businger. Anderson pushes into the middle again for Halleck. That one blocked back. Knights cover it. Setter dump try by Anderson. Gideon was there, now just poked over by the Longhorns. Anderson goes to Cosgrove on the left side. Big cross-court shot dug by Gideon. Setter dump try, except this time it's Nakia Williams on second contact who takes it over and down. Good rally again, but the Longhorns coming up with these key points. 22-17, Burwell 3 away from the match. Serve played by Businger. Bump set left for Cosgrove, and that one for contacts as Allie hits it into the net and then just catches it. And it's 2 away from the match for the Longhorns. Boy, they've really played well down the stretch here in the second, just not making hardly any mistakes. Shot, again, the serve is in. Businger plays it. Anderson goes middle to Halleck. This one down the line, brought up by Hughes, hits the rafter. And a flat-footed swing for Nakia Williams out of the middle. Businger is there. Halleck again. This one dug by Gideon. Left side, Daw with the big wind-up through the double block and down. Zakia Daw has her third kill all here in the second set. And it is match point for Burwell. 7 match points for the Longhorns at 24-17. The Burwell fans clapping behind their team. Shot gets another serve in. And we've got a double contact call as Jenna Halleck had to try to play the set. Gets called for 2 contacts, and Burwell finishes on a 5-0 run to take the second set and the match. The Longhorns on the Tri-County Bank match final win it over the North Central Knights 25-21, 25-17. We'll be back to recap this one after this timeout on KBRB.
Rock County Agronomy provides you a complete agronomic package, including soil sampling with recommendations to meet your crop's needs, custom blending, and application of nutrients and chemicals. Rock County Agronomy of Bassett.
Shepherd Feeding Company of Mills is an 8,000-head commercial feedlot. They also provide a market for locally grown corn and hay. When you are looking to put cattle on feed, contact Doug Shepherd at Shepherd Feeding Company, Mills, Nebraska.
When you need to find a spot at a price that's right, roll in the contact.
Ainsworth Auto Parts open weekdays 7:30 to 6 and Saturdays 8 to 4. Phone number 402-382-3600. Ainsworth Auto Parts, CarQuest Store, East Highway 20, Ainsworth.
This is Dave Sears,